brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, no. All right, T, let's check. All right, T, check, cross.
Brissett to throw on first. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they get the football. They'll set up. Shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10.
And middle. 36.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, D, get up.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys. Watch safety creep.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 46 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The sack by Marcus Hunt.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
No gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ready, go 20! Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant! Alert! Minus 50.
After the interception, here's Stafford. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Stafford's pass. Intended for Marvin Jones. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Alert! Middle.
They snap it to Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And an alley to run. The 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 48 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Team 6.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 280. 40 got. 40 got. Set. Go. Set.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Brissett eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a... yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early stood out, if you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they look pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Hey, 50.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Lions on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, 54. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Hey, Sue. 53. Hey, watch the slant.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Marvin Jones. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's 50. Hey, exit. Check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Stafford looks to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford, fighting to stay upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And all the way down to the 26. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an
They'll run with Bawden. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard.
Get your 1st downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
Switch. Check nickel. Big dash.
On the carry, it's Bawden. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he